Sky thought the business was profitable until one missing number revealed that the cash was quietly disappearing. Morning mist rests over the garden as Sky steps onto the wooden porch with a small bundle of letters in hand. The cottage is peaceful, but the papers feel unusually heavy because each one represents a task that cannot be ignored. Inside the office, sunlight falls across scattered invoices, old ledgers, receipts, and a calendar crowded with approaching deadlines. Sky begins sorting the documents and quickly notices something strange. The business shows earnings on paper, yet the available cash is far lower than expected. At first, the numbers seem impossible. Sales have been recorded, customers have paid, and the ledger appears healthy. But when Sky compares payment dates, supplier bills, taxes, repairs, and delayed customer balances, a hidden pattern begins to appear. Profit and cash flow are not the same thing. Money can be earned in 1 month but arrive much later. While expenses may demand payment immediately, Sky realizes that the business has been measuring success by total earnings without watching when money actually enters and leaves the account. Instead of panicking, Sky decides to rebuild the system from the beginning. Every transaction is written down, every invoice receives a date, and every expected payment is matched with the day it should arrive. Sky creates separate lists for regular expenses, unexpected costs, customer payments, and money that must remain untouched for future obligations. The calendar becomes a financial map rather than a collection of reminders. Supplier deadlines are marked clearly, tax dates are highlighted, and enough cash is reserved before any new purchase is considered. As the morning continues, the mystery becomes easier to understand. Several large invoices were counted as revenue even though the money had not yet been received. At the same time, small daily expenses had quietly accumulated into a much larger amount than Sky had noticed. Nothing had vanished by magic. The problem was simply hidden inside poor timing and incomplete records. With each corrected entry, the office feels lighter. Sky begins checking the balance every day instead of waiting until the end of the month. A simple rule is added to the ledger: never spend money based only on expected income. Another rule follows: keep enough reserves to handle important bills, even when customers pay late. The changes are not dramatic, but they create something the business has been missing: clarity. By late morning, the piles of paper have become organized folders, the numbers finally agree, and the cash position is visible at a glance. Sky closes the ledger and feels the first real sense of control returning to the small enterprise. The work is not finished forever, but the system now makes future problems easier to see before they become serious. With the financial tasks complete, Sky moves into the kitchen and prepares a simple lunch. Soup simmers gently over the fire while warm afternoon light fills the room. For the first time that day, Sky stops thinking about invoices and allows the quiet rhythm of cooking to slow everything down. After eating, the bowls are washed, dried, and returned neatly to the shelf. Sky steps outside to water the herb pots and prune the flowers growing beside the porch. The garden offers a different kind of lesson. Healthy growth comes from steady care, not from forcing everything to grow at once. That idea feels surprisingly similar to the morning's financial work. A business also needs patience, regular attention, and enough resources kept in reserve for difficult seasons. Later, Sky gathers dry vines and begins weaving them into a small basket. Each strand looks weak by itself, but when placed carefully beside the others, the pieces become strong enough to hold weight. Sky smiles at the comparison. Good records, realistic planning, controlled spending, and healthy cash reserves may seem like separate habits, but together they create stability. As sunset approaches, Sky returns to the office for one final check. The ledgers are stacked neatly, the pens are returned to their place, and tomorrow's priorities are written clearly on a fresh page. The wooden shutters close, leaving the room quiet and ready for another day. Outside, a lantern begins to glow while the garden turns gold beneath the fading sun. Sky sits on the porch bench, wrapped in a soft blanket as the first stars appear above the trees. The business has not suddenly become larger, richer, but something more important has changed. Sky now understands where the money is, when it will arrive, what must be paid, and how much can safely be used. That knowledge replaces uncertainty with calm. As night settles over the cottage, Sky carries the lantern indoors and pauses beside the window. The day began with confusing numbers and the fear that something was missing. It ends with a clear system, a realistic plan, and a deeper understanding of how balance creates lasting growth. For Sky, the lesson is simple. Strong finances are not built by luck, but by watching the details consistently and preparing early for change now. Sky closes the curtains and lets the little cottage grow quiet, knowing that financial stability is built one careful decision, one honest record, and one well-planned day at a time.